Ever wondered what happens when a 200-pound wrestler mocks a martial arts legend in public? This is that story. Los Angeles, Friday night, an upscale restaurant in Beverly Hills. Soft jazz playing, dim lighting, the kind of place where celebrities eat without being bothered. At a corner table, away from the main dining area, sits Steven Seagal. Black suit, calm demeanor, eating dinner quietly with two companions. He's not looking for attention, not making a scene, just enjoying his meal. The restaurant is busy, but not packed. Well-dressed patrons, quiet conversations, the clink of wine glasses, professional waitstaff moving smoothly between tables. Everything is peaceful. Then the front door opens. A group walks in, 5 men, mid-20s to early 30s, loud, confident. The one in front is impossible to miss. 6'3", easily 200 pounds, muscular, tank top showing off his arms, tattoos visible, swagger in every step. He's a wrestler, not WWE famous, but known in certain circles, regional competitions, local gyms, the kind of guy who's used to being the toughest person in the room. His friends follow behind him, laughing, talking loud, taking up space. The hostess tries to seat them, but the wrestler isn't paying attention to her. He's scanning the room, looking at the other diners, sizing people up, enjoying the attention his group is getting. And then he sees Steven, sitting quietly in the corner, fork in hand, mid-conversation. The wrestler stops, stares, then he grins. "Yo," he says, loud enough for half the restaurant to hear. "Is that Steven Seagal?" His friends look over, start laughing. One of them says something under his breath. The wrestler laughs louder. Steven doesn't look up, doesn't react, just continues eating. But you can feel the shift in the room. Other diners glance over. Some recognize Steven. Others are just curious about the noise. The hostess nervously asks the group to follow her to their table. The wrestler ignores her. "Man, I used to watch your movies when I was a kid. All that Aikido stuff. Real impressive." His friends laugh again. Steven still doesn't respond. He cuts a piece of his food, takes a bite, chews slowly, completely unbothered. The wrestler's grin fades slightly. He's not used to being ignored. "What, you too good to talk to regular people now?" Steven's companions shift uncomfortably. One of them leans forward, about to say something. But Steven raises a hand slightly, a small gesture, enough to say, "I've got this." The wrestler takes a step closer, and the entire restaurant holds its breath. "Who do you think would win? Drop a comment." The wrestler doesn't move. He's standing 10 feet from Steven's table, arms crossed, waiting for a reaction. His friends are still by the entrance, watching, grinning. One of them pulls out his phone, starts recording. The hostess tries again. "Sir, your table is ready." "In a minute," the wrestler says, not taking his eyes off Steven. Steven takes another bite of his food, calm, deliberate. The wrestler's jaw tightens. "You know," he says, louder now, making sure everyone can hear, "I always wondered if that Aikido stuff actually works." He emphasizes Aikido like it's a joke. His friends laugh on cue. "Because in the ring," the wrestler continues, "real fighters don't do that flippy wrist lock stuff. We actually hit people." More laughter. A woman at a nearby table shifts uncomfortably. Her husband leans over, whispers something. They both glance at Steven. Steven sets down his fork, slowly, carefully. He wipes his mouth with his napkin. Still hasn't looked at the wrestler. The wrestler takes this as encouragement. "Oh, now you're listening." He steps closer. "What, you mad? You gonna put me in some movie-style submission hold?" His voice is mocking, theatrical. One of his friends shouts from the entrance, "Do the ponytail thing! Show him the ponytail!" They all crack up. Steven's companions are tense now. One of them, a man in his 50s, looks at Steven, concerned. "Steven, we should just go," he says quietly. Steven doesn't respond. He reaches for his glass of water. takes a sip. The wrestler is only 5 feet away now. "Come on, man, I'm just having fun. You're a celebrity. You're used to this, right?" He's trying to make it sound playful, but there's an edge, a challenge. Other diners are fully watching now. Conversations have stopped, forks frozen midair. The restaurant manager appears from the back, a thin man in a suit, clearly nervous. "Gentlemen, please," he says, approaching the wrestler. "We don't want any trouble here." "There's no trouble," the wrestler says, not looking at him. "I'm just talking to my hero." The word hero drips with sarcasm. Steven finally looks up. Slowly, deliberately, his eyes meet the wrestler's. No anger, no emotion, just focus. The wrestler freezes for a second. There's something in Steven's gaze that makes him hesitate. But pride kicks in. He can't back down now, not in front of his friends, not with phones recording. "What? You got something to say?" Steven doesn't speak. He just holds eye contact. 3 seconds. 4. 5. The silence is heavier than any words. The wrestler shifts his weight, tries to laugh it off. "Man, whatever, you're not worth it." But he doesn't leave. Instead, he does something stupid. He reaches out, grabs one of the rolls from Steven's breadbasket. "Thanks for the snack," he says, taking a bite. His friends howl with laughter. Steven's companion starts to stand. "Hey!" Steven raises a hand, stops him. The wrestler chews the bread, smirking, feeling like he won. "See, no problem, just a little respect between fighters." He pats Steven on the shoulder, hard, condescending. That's when the atmosphere changes. Not because Steven reacts, but because everyone in that restaurant can feel it. The line has been crossed. Steven stands up, not fast, not aggressive, just stands. And somehow the way he does it makes the wrestler take an involuntary step back. Steven is tall, calm, centered. His hands are at his sides, relaxed, but there's something in his posture that screams control. The wrestler's smile falters. "What?" he says, voice cracking slightly. "You gonna do something?" Steven doesn't answer. He just holds eye contact, watching, waiting. The wrestler's friends have gone quiet. The one recording zooms in, and everyone in that restaurant knows something is about to happen. Steven stands there, silent, his eyes locked on the wrestler. Not angry, not threatening, just present. The wrestler tries to laugh it off. "Dude, relax, I'm just messing around." Steven doesn't respond. The wrestler's friends are quiet now. The one recording has his phone steady, capturing everything. Other diners have their phones out too, some recording, some just watching. The restaurant manager hovers nearby, wringing his hands, unsure what to do. Steven takes one step forward, just one. The wrestler immediately steps back. It's instinctive, involuntary, and everyone sees it. The wrestler realizes his mistake, tries to recover. "What, you think you're gonna do something?" His voice is louder now, trying to sound tough, but there's a crack in it. Steven still doesn't speak. He adjusts his jacket slightly, a small movement, but deliberate. The wrestler's breathing quickens. He's realizing this isn't going the way he thought. "Come on, man," the wrestler says, forcing a laugh. "I was just joking around. No need to get all serious." He extends his hand, like he's offering a handshake, but it's not sincere. It's mocking, a performance for his friends, for the cameras. Steven looks at the extended hand, then back at the wrestler's face, and for the first time since this started, Steven speaks. "Leave." One word, quiet, firm. The wrestler blinks. "What?" "Leave," Steven repeats. Same tone, same volume. The wrestler's face flushes red. His pride won't let him back down now. Or what? He steps closer again, right in Steven's space. "What are you gonna do, old man?" He pokes Steven's chest with his finger. Not hard, but disrespectful. Steven looks down at the finger, then back up. "Don't," Steven says quietly. The wrestler grins, thinks he's won. "Don't what?" He pokes again, harder this time. Steven's hand moves, not fast, not aggressive, just precise. He catches the wrestler's wrist mid-poke. The grip is firm, controlled. The wrestler tries to pull back. He can't. Steven's fingers are positioned perfectly, applying pressure to specific points. The wrestler's eyes widen. "Hey, let go!" He tries to yank his arm back. Nothing. Steven's grip doesn't tighten, doesn't need to. He's controlling the joint, the angle, the leverage. The wrestler's other hand comes up, like he's gonna shove Steven. Steven's free hand intercepts it. Same precise grip, same control. Now both the wrestler's wrists are locked. The wrestler pulls, pushes, tries to break free. Steven doesn't move, doesn't strain, just holds. "You done?" Steven asks quietly. The wrestler's face is turning red from effort, from embarrassment. His friends are frozen. Nobody's laughing now. The one recording is still filming, but he's not smiling anymore. "Let go of me," the wrestler demands. "When you calm down," Steven says. The wrestler tries one more time to break free, uses all his strength. Steven's hands don't budge. The wrestler stops struggling, breathing hard. "Okay," he mutters. "Okay, I'm calm." Steven studies him for a moment, then releases both wrists. The wrestler stumbles back, rubbing his wrists. They're red, not injured, but marked. He looks at Steven, then at his friends, then at all the phones recording. He knows he just got owned and everyone saw it. "Whatever, man, this place sucks anyway." He turns to leave. Steven's voice stops him. "Apologize." The wrestler freezes, turns back. "What?" "To the staff for disrupting their restaurant." The wrestler stares at him, disbelief on his face. "You're kidding." Steven doesn't respond, just waits. The wrestler looks around, at the manager, at the diners, at his friends. Nobody's backing him up. He swallows his pride. "Sorry," to the manager, he mumbles, barely audible. "Louder," Steven says. The wrestler's face burns red. "I'm sorry," he says again, louder this time, "for causing a scene." The manager nods nervously. "Thank you." Steven sits back down, picks up his fork, continues his meal, like nothing happened. The wrestler and his friends leave quickly, heads down, no more swagger. The restaurant is silent for another moment. Then slowly conversations resume, but everyone's still glancing at Steven's table, whispering, recording, messaging. Did Seagal just embarrass a 200-pound wrestler without throwing a punch? Thumbs up if you're impressed. Steven stands there, silent, his eyes locked on the wrestler. Not angry, not threatening, just present. The wrestler tries to laugh it off. "Dude, relax, I'm just messing around." Steven doesn't respond. The wrestler's friends are quiet now. The one recording has his phone steady, capturing everything. Other diners have their phones out too, some recording, some just watching. The restaurant manager hovers nearby, wringing his hands, unsure what to do. Steven takes one step forward, just one. The wrestler immediately steps back. It's instinctive, involuntary, and everyone sees it. The wrestler realizes his mistake, tries to recover. "What, you think you're gonna do something?" His voice is louder now, trying to sound tough, but there's a crack in it. Steven still doesn't speak. He adjusts his jacket slightly, a small movement, but deliberate. The wrestler's breathing quickens. He's realizing this isn't going the way he thought. "Come on, man," the wrestler says, forcing a laugh. "I was just joking around. No need to get all serious." He extends his hand like he's offering a handshake, but it's not sincere. It's mocking, a performance for his friends, for the cameras. Steven looks at the extended hand, then back at the wrestler's face, and for the first time since this started, Steven speaks. "Leave." One word, quiet, firm. The wrestler blinks. "What?" "Leave," Steven repeats. Same tone, same volume. The wrestler's face flushes red. His pride won't let him back down now. Or what? He steps closer again, right in Steven's space. "What are you gonna do, old man?" He pokes Steven's chest with his finger. Not hard, but disrespectful. Steven looks down at the finger, then back up. "Don't," Steven says quietly. The wrestler grins, thinks he's won. "Don't what?" He pokes again, harder this time. Steven's hand moves, not fast, not aggressive, just precise. He catches the wrestler's wrist mid-poke. The grip is firm, controlled. The wrestler tries to pull back. He can't. Steven's fingers are positioned perfectly, applying pressure to specific points. The wrestler's eyes widen. "Hey, let go!" He tries to yank his arm back. Nothing. Steven's grip doesn't tighten, doesn't need to. He's controlling the joint, the angle, the leverage. The wrestler's other hand comes up, like he's going to shove Steven. Steven's free hand intercepts it. Same precise grip, same control. Now both the wrestler's wrists are locked. The wrestler pulls, pushes, tries to break free. Steven doesn't move, doesn't strain, just holds. "You done?" Steven asks quietly. The wrestler's face is turning red from effort, from embarrassment. His friends are frozen. Nobody's laughing now. The one recording is still filming, but he's not smiling anymore. "Let go of me," the wrestler demands. "When you calm down," Steven says. The wrestler tries one more time to break free, uses all his strength. Steven's hands don't budge. The wrestler stops struggling, breathing hard. "Okay," he mutters. "Okay, I'm calm." Steven studies him for a moment, then releases both wrists. The wrestler stumbles back, rubbing his wrists. They're red, not injured, but marked. He looks at Steven, then at his friends, then at all the phones recording. He knows he just got owned and everyone saw it. "Whatever, man, this place sucks anyway." He turns to leave. Steven's voice stops him. "Apologize." The wrestler freezes, turns back. "What?" To the staff for disrupting their restaurant. The wrestler stares at him, disbelief on his face. "You're kidding." Steven doesn't respond, just waits. The wrestler looks around, at the manager, at the diners, at his friends. Nobody's backing him up. He swallows his pride. "Sorry," to the manager, he mumbles, barely audible. "Louder," Steven says. The wrestler's face burns red. "I'm sorry," he says again, louder this time, "for causing a scene." The manager nods nervously. "Thank you." Steven sits back down, picks up his fork, continues his meal, like nothing happened. The wrestler and his friends leave quickly, heads down, no more swagger. The restaurant is silent for another moment. Then slowly conversations resume, but everyone's still glancing at Steven's table, whispering, recording, messaging. Did Seagal just embarrass a 200-pound wrestler without throwing a punch? Thumbs up if you're impressed. Steven cuts another piece of his steak. The restaurant is buzzing. Quiet conversations. People replaying what just happened. His companions are still processing it. "Steven," one of them says quietly, "that was..." "It's fine," Steven says, calm, like he just asked for more water. At a table near the window, a young couple is staring. The woman has her phone out, clearly texting someone. By the bar, two businessmen are talking in hushed tones. One of them keeps glancing over at Steven. The manager approaches the table, hesitant. "Mr. Seagal, I apologize for that disruption. Your meal tonight is complimentary, of course." Steven waves him off. "Not necessary, just doing your job." "Still, I thank you for handling that so gracefully." Steven nods. The manager leaves. One of Steven's companions leans forward. "You think that's the end of it?" Steven shrugs. "Probably." But it's not. 5 minutes later, the front door opens. The wrestler walks back in, alone this time. His friends stayed outside. The entire restaurant tenses. Conversations stop. Forks freeze mid-air. The manager steps forward immediately. "Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to..." "I'm not here to cause trouble," the wrestler says. His voice is different now, quieter, less confident. He's looking at Steven. Steven sets down his fork, looks up. The wrestler approaches slowly, stops a respectful distance away. Can I talk to you for a second?" Steven gestures to an empty chair. "Sit." The wrestler sits, awkward, uncomfortable. The restaurant watches, phones out, recording. The wrestler rubs his wrists. They're still red from Steven's grip. "Look," he starts, struggling with the words. I was being a jerk. I know that." Steven doesn't respond, just listens. I don't know what I thought," the wrestler looks down. "That you were just some movie guy, that it was all fake." "It's not," Steven says, simply. "Yeah, I got that," the wrestler manages a weak smile. "Those wrist locks, I couldn't move, and I benched 300 pounds. Strength isn't leverage, Steven says. The wrestler nods, processing that. I train every day. Wrestling, MMA, I'm pretty good. At least I thought I was. You probably are. But not like that. What you did, I've never felt anything like that. Steven takes a sip of water. Different disciplines, different purposes. The wrestler looks up. Can I ask you something? Go ahead. How long did it take you to learn that? 40 years. The wrestler's eyes widen. 40 years? Give or take. The wrestler sits back, absorbing that. I've been training for 8 years, thought I knew everything. 8 years is good. Keep training. The wrestler is surprised. You're not mad? Why would I be mad? Because I disrespected you in front of all these people. Steven shrugs. You made a mistake, you came back. That takes more courage than starting a fight. The wrestler blinks. He wasn't expecting that. I really am sorry, he says, and this time it sounds genuine. Steven extends his hand. Apology accepted. They shake, firm, respectful. The wrestler stands. Thank you for not, really hurting me. I didn't need to. The wrestler nods, understanding now. Can I buy you a drink or dessert, something? Steven smiles slightly. I'm good, but thank you. The wrestler nods again, starts to leave, then stops. Mr. Seagal, if I wanted to learn real martial arts, not just for show, where would I start? Steven considers for a moment. Find a teacher who cares more about discipline than winning. Someone who teaches you to avoid fights, not seek them. Like Aikido? Like any art, done right. The wrestler nods. Thank you. He leaves. This time he walks differently. Head up, but humble. The restaurant erupts in whispers. Someone starts clapping, then another, then the whole restaurant. Steven waves them off, embarrassed. Can we just finish dinner? He asks his companions. They laugh. The manager brings over a dessert tray. On the house, please. Steven smiles. All right, just this once. The rest of the meal is peaceful, but the phones keep recording. By tomorrow morning, the video will have 5 million views.
The next morning, the video is everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Steven Seagal shuts down disrespectful wrestler with one move. Martial arts legend teaches respect without throwing a punch. 200-pound wrestler gets humbled by 70-year-old Aikido master. 5 million views in 12 hours. Then 10 million, then 20. The comment section is on fire. This is what real martial arts looks like, not for show, for control. The way he just sat back down and kept eating. Legend. Respect to the wrestler for coming back and apologizing. That's growth. 40 years of training, that's what people don't understand. It's not about strength. But not everyone is impressed. Some MMA fans are skeptical. Aikido doesn't work in real fights. This was just an untrained wrestler. Try that against a real fighter and see what happens. Hollywood nonsense, staged for publicity. The debate rages online, but in the real world, things are different. At the gym where the wrestler trains, the atmosphere is tense. He walks in that afternoon, expecting ridicule. His coach, a former MMA fighter, is waiting by the cage. Saw the video, the coach says. The wrestler braces himself. Yeah? You embarrassed? Yeah. The coach nods. Good, you should be. The wrestler looks down. But, the coach continues, you came back, apologized. That takes guts. The wrestler looks up, surprised. You learned something last night. What was it? The wrestler thinks. That strength isn't everything? Close. Try again. That there are things I don't know? Better. The coach crosses his arms. You walked into that restaurant thinking you were tough. You walked out knowing the difference between tough and skilled. The wrestler nods slowly. That's the first step, the coach says. Now the question is, what are you going to do about it? The wrestler meets his eyes. Learn. Good answer. Back at the restaurant, the manager is dealing with a new problem. Reservations are flooding in. Everyone wants to eat at the restaurant where Steven Seagal shut down that wrestler. The hostess is overwhelmed. The phone won't stop ringing. A reporter shows up, asks for an interview. The manager politely declines. We respect our guests' privacy. But privately, he's thrilled. Business has tripled overnight. At Steven's home in Los Angeles, his phone is buzzing constantly. Interview requests, podcast appearances, talk show appearances. His publicist is ecstatic. "Steven, this is huge. People are calling you a hero. You're trending worldwide." Steven is sitting on his porch, drinking tea, calm as ever. "I'm not interested." "But this is the best publicity you've had in years." "I didn't do it for publicity. I did it because someone needed to learn respect." His publicist sighs. She knows better than to push. "At least let me send out a statement." "If you want, keep it simple." Later that day, a statement appears on Steven's social media. What happened at the restaurant wasn't about winning or losing. It was about showing that real strength is control, real power is restraint, and real martial arts is about avoiding conflict, not seeking it. Respect to the young man for having the courage to apologize. That's the warrior spirit. The statement goes viral too. People screenshot it, share it, quote it. Martial arts instructors use it in their classes. Parents show it to their kids as a lesson in humility. A week later, the wrestler posts his own video. He's standing in his gym, no swagger, no bravado. "A lot of you saw what happened last week. Some of you were laughing at me. That's fine. I deserved it." He pauses. "But I want to say something. Steven Seagal didn't just embarrass me. He taught me something I needed to learn. I walked into that restaurant thinking I was a tough guy, thinking size and strength were all that mattered. I walked out knowing I was a beginner. Real martial arts isn't about beating people up. It's about discipline, control, respect. So I'm starting over, learning properly, with humility. And if you're like I was, thinking you're tough just because you're strong, maybe you need to get humbled too. It might be the best thing that ever happens to you." The video ends. It gets 2 million views. The comments are overwhelmingly positive. This is what growth looks like. Respect for owning your mistakes. Now this is a real fighter, one who learns. The wrestler smiles when he reads them. For the first time in years, he feels like he's on the right path.